What's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we're going to be talking about the NBA slate for May 23rd on Thursday. We've just got the one game, which has been kind of nice. We've been able to just kind of really focus in on a single game. It's been great basketball. These finals, the Eastern and Western Conference finals, have just been awesome basketball to get us started. Two great games. Looking forward to this matchup. Man, it's heartbreaking for the Pacers to be that close. You have a chance to go up, steal one in Boston, game one, and then you end up losing. It's unfortunate, but they got to bounce back from that mentally, and we'll see if they're able to do that, because they have a lot to be excited about with the way they played all the way up until the end. And, it came down to Jaylen. I can't think of his name.
Jaylen Brown.
Brown. Thank you. It came down to Jaylen Brown cashing a very difficult three-pointer with a few seconds left. So it's like, man, if you guys can just rally back and get that same energy going. They were kind of controlling that game for most of the game. So very excited to get back into this. These are the plays we're going to be taking. Before we get into this, though, if you haven't signed up for Prize Picks and Underdog yet, for Prize Picks, use the promo code at the bottom of the screen. They're going to give you a deposit match up to $100. And for Underdog, use code BACKDOOR at sign up, and they're going to give you a deposit match up to $250 and give you a discounted play, which is an instant pick'em special designed just for you for signing up. There's a link in the description of this video for both of those. So definitely check that out, get signed up. I recommend signing up on all these different platforms. Before, we were a little bit more selective on the platforms we were using. We were kind of like not branching out too much. Now that we've gotten in rhythm, it's all about finding the best value, and you're not going to find that on the same platform, so you have to diversify what you're getting into. So definitely take advantage of that. Get those deposit matches. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. We have all sorts of fun stuff on the way. The official Discord giveaway, that video is dropping today on the We Got Gravy channel. So if you're unfamiliar with that, we'll talk about that more in just a little bit. But the video is going to be live today, so we're going to be giving away a 6-month membership to our Discord on that video. You have to, like, comment, and subscribe, but like and comment on that video. And we're going to give away next week. We're going to announce the winner. 6 months to our Discord premium, which we're having a blast in. The Discord is stronger than ever, man. I love that. I love our Discord so much now. But all right, so these are the plays we're going to be covering. I'm taking Obi Toppin. Earlier in our Discord, we got this on Prize Picks. We got Obi Toppin at 8.5. He's up to 9. I still like it. But we got Jrue Holiday's points earlier at 13.5 on Prize Picks. So yeah, we were able to get that in the Discord, but they already bumped Jrue Holiday up to 14.5. So I'm not taking it on Prize Picks. Sorry, I'm making this more complicated than it needs to be. Prize Picks, I'm going Obi Toppin over 9 points, Jrue Holiday over 31.5 fantasy score, because the value's still there, in my opinion, on the fantasy score. And then on Underdog, I'm taking what we got on Prize Picks earlier, 13.5 points for Jrue Holiday and 8.5 points for Obi Toppin. What are you getting into, bro?
Yeah, I'm going to be going with Derrick White blocks and steals for over 1.5. Feeling really good about that play. And then I'm taking Andrew Nembhard's points on Prize Picks at 10.5. And I'm taking his first quarter points at 1.5 on Underdog. It's a 0.75x, but I love playing those types of plays. To me, I'm like, I don't really care about the lower multiplier. It's just because I go over on Chalkboard and I bump a bunch of stuff down anyway. I don't really care too much. But if you guys don't like it, just take his full points. It's at 11 though. That's the reason I'm going with the first quarter. So up to you on that one.
All right. Sounds good. Well, let's talk about our recap real quick. Jaden McDaniels fantasy score. How'd that work out? That was a pretty bomb performance from my boy there. I was sitting here watching him just dominate. It was a good feeling because, it bounced from 22 down to 21.5, and some people in the Discord. Someone commented on the video too, but they weren't like sounding paranoid, but some people in the Discord were like, it's down to 21.5. What does that mean? It's like, I told him I like it either way. Dude crushed it. I don't know if he went higher than this, but the Prize Picks shows it at 33.3, which is probably about right. Dude just was lights out, cashed in the first half, almost at 30 in the first half. And then Derrick Jones Jr., 12 points and rebounds. This is why I said I like the points and rebounds better. We pushed on this. He was very uninspired in this game. He was not taking any threes. He's been knocking down his threes, which is why, he's been kind of hot lately. But there was like, he looked shook mentally. He was like, they would get, a play would open up. He'd have an opportunity. No one's on him. And he would do a pump fake from the three. And then it's like, dude, no one's guarding you. Like, you just pump faked and then ran into a defender. Like, he was all over the place, man. Couldn't find his rhythm. It was disappointing. He still cashed his points and rebounds. He didn't cash it. He pushed it. He landed right on 12, which was still a win on the 2-man plays on Prize Picks. Unfortunately, I don't believe he cashed on Underdog. I don't have it pulled up, but I'm pretty sure he didn't cash. Jalen still cashed his points. Obviously, he went nuts. But yeah, unfortunate. We were close, man. We were really close to a 4-man sweep yesterday with our video picks. How did your plays were close too, weren't they?
Yeah. So I took Luka. I was like fully convinced this play was busted. We took his PRA for over 45.5. The line was really low, clearly because he was still able to hit it in the second half. But coming out of the first half, he had like 20 PRA. And I was like, man, I mean, 26 PRA is nothing for Luka to get, but it's like, I was stressing it a little bit. I'm not going to lie. And I was like, all right, well, we'll see what happens. And then, he was kind of having a slow fourth quarter. And then he went on like a 8-0 run by himself. And he was ripping down rebounds, getting assists, and knocking down like 3 after 3. So he ended up hitting this. He went for 47, but definitely a sweat. It was a little dicey. On the other side of the ball, Big Purr, he let us down. He had 2 rebounds and assists in the first half. It was just really kind of mind-boggling. They just did not rebound well in the first half at all. Even Rudy Gobert, coming into the second half was saying we got to rebound better. Like in the interview, he was like, we're not doing our job down low. So it was a rough first half for them. I mean, they were up in the first half, but they just weren't rebounding very well. So he ended up with 9. So he got kind of close even in that second half. So he was able to get like a couple more there, but obviously not the 12 we were looking for. But it was close. First game, so you always kind of dial in after that.
Yeah, man, and that game was awesome. That was such good basketball. I'm so looking forward to the rest of this series, both of these series. This is great basketball. So
I think Anthony Edwards drank some humble juice saying I got Kyrie. Kyrie Irving had that dude literally almost dry heaving at the end of the game.
Dude, he was dead. And that's part of Luka's story in the first half is Kyrie because I took Kyrie's assists at 4.5 on like chalkboard, I think it was, or maybe it was Underdog. I think it was Underdog. And I was just like, this guy's never going to pass the ball. He's never going to hit this line.
I took his points at like 21.5 and he hit it in the first half. I was like, dude, this guy is electric right now. But... And
then I took the bait and jumped on his second half points on Prize Picks, and then he went for like 4 points in the second half.
Yeah,
but it was a tale of 2 halves for sure, that game. Yes. But very exciting, good basketball. Looking forward to this game tonight. So let's get into it. So let's talk real quick about Daily Grind. We had some questions in the Discord because the people in our Discord know how valuable the DFS optimizer is, because we just keep honing in and figuring out new ways to use this tool. And that probably sounds ridiculous, but it really is. The more you use it, the more you figure out how to implement it. And it's been caching for us so much more lately because I think we're getting better at understanding it. And some people were asking like, hey, if we apply the code, is that just for the first month? Or if when we first sign up and we sign up for like 3 months, 6 months, a year, do we get that full 25%? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure you do, but I kind of forgot that since we've been, partnered with them for a while now. So I hit up Matt Downs from Daily Grind, and he said, absolutely. If you use that code, however long of a duration you first sign up for, you get 25% off of all of those months that you sign up for if you sign up at the first go. So I'm like, dude, that's actually pretty significant savings. And this tool pays for itself. Like, I mean, some people act like we're like snake oil salesmen, or it's like, no, this thing will literally cash and pay for itself. So I'm very confident that it will heal you. It'll heal your bankroll. But cool. So Use code BACKDOOR for the DFS optimizer or any of their tools. They're all awesome, but use code BACKDOOR at checkout and you'll get 25% off of however long. It's just when you first sign up, however long you choose to take advantage of that, you'll get 25% off of whatever you sign up for that first go. And you can go dgfantasy.com. There's a link in the description of the video. And I'm hyped, man. I'm drinking this coffee. I've been on a better sleep schedule, like with these smaller slates. So I'm juiced. Let's get after it. All right. So Obi Toppin, let's talk about him real quick since we're taking his points. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that head to head. He didn't let us down. And we were looking at that last time we took this, and he didn't disappoint. And so feeling good about him getting this done again. We're getting it at 8.5 on Underdog, 9 on Prize Picks. So I still feel comfortable with it on Prize Picks. Not a whole lot to say about this one. The dude's been balling. His minutes have been consistent. He's been getting a lot done in that 20-minute range. All 6 of these matchups against Boston, he's averaged just under 23 minutes per game. Only 1.2 fouls, not getting in foul trouble. Shooting 61% from the field on 7.7 attempts. 47% from beyond the arc, 3.2 attempts. So not shooting very often, but he's cashing 1.5 a game over that 6 game stretch of matching up. So I'm feeling good about him again tonight. This line is just not that low, and he seems like he's just getting better. The matchup is obviously difficult with him matching up typically against who's on him, like Tatum. Tatum's like what, small forward, power forward. Tatum's big, so I think he is. Yeah, he's power forward. I keep getting those confused, but yeah, Derrick White's shooting guard, and then you got Brown at small forward. But anyways, second in points allowed, but he's been able to get this done consistently all year long, matching up against them going back to November 1st, 2023. So I feel good about him getting this done again tonight. I'm taking it on both platforms. 9 on Prize Picks, 8.5. Just a little bit higher chance of a push. Let's take a look at what the optimizer has to say about this. It's Jrue. So on Prize Picks, they still have his points. The optimizer says that at 9, it's still worth taking the over. 51.17% odds to hit the over, minus 121. You can see anyone that has this at 8.5. Like we're getting at an Underdog. It's all minus 130s and higher. Some as high as minus 145. So feeling great about this on both platforms. Didn't even take a look at the over under here. We got a 224.5 over under. Boston favored by 9. It's kind of surprising. Maybe they think that Pacers are just going to be kind of shook. The other thing is, like, both of these teams are going to make adjustments, so we might not see the same fireworks that we saw in that first game, because now they have some data to go off of, and make adjustments with the coaching and whatnot. But feeling good about that play. And then we talk about Jrue Holiday here. Went absolutely nuts in that first game. 53.4 fantasy score. So I like his fantasy score since we can't get his points at 13.5. We are getting that on Underdog, so we'll talk about that. Let's just hop over to the points real quick. So at 13.5, this looks great. At 14.5, I just think there are better plays out there. He'll probably still cash 14.5. So if you must, you can still take that. But I'm gonna fade it and look for a better play, because he's done a lot more than just score. So we went for 28 points in that first game. Absolutely on fire. The matchup's actually pretty tough. The Pacers are good at forcing turnovers. They're a good defensive team as well. 6th in points allowed. So pretty tough matchup for point guards, but he still got it done. The reason I love the fantasy score, though, is look at what he's been doing on blocks and steals lately. And we all know Jrue Holiday's a killer defender. So whether or not he's been doing this super consistently in the head-to-head is kind of irrelevant. That first game, he had 3 steals. So with blocks and steals on fantasy score, that's worth 3 points a pop. So that was 9 points right there. And then if we look at the full PRA matchup, they are 6th in points allowed, like we said, 13th in rebounds allowed, 1st in assists allowed, but he still just went ham. He went for 28 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, and had 3 steals. Just a stellar performance. So the fantasy score just being at 31.5, I believe, I'm still very comfortable taking this. So real quick before we get out of here. So yeah, averaging 37.7 minutes in these head-to-head matchups. He played 48 minutes. Obviously, we had overtime, so he's not going to play that many minutes, but he'll probably still be pushing that 40-minute mark, high 30s for sure. 10.2 potential or rebound chances. And this is over this full 6-game stretch of all of their matchups against Indiana. He's averaging 10.2 rebound chances, 9 potential assists, just 1.3 fouls, even while being a menace on defense, 55% from the field on 11.2 attempts. But let's see. Yeah, he went for 16 attempts in that last game. And then 3-pointers, shooting 48%. From beyond the arc over all of these, but then he shot 50% in that last game, made 4, shot 8. So I'm all over this play again, and like the fantasy score, I like a little bit of everything there. If we take a look at, and we talked about his points already, but that's what we're getting on Underdog at 13.5. So I'm very comfortable with that. But if we take a look at the Prize Picks fantasy score, they've got this favor to go over at 51.85% odds to hit the over, minus 107. The odds on the fantasy score always look a little bit weird, but we're getting it at 31.5 on Prize Picks. Everyone else has it at 32 and higher. So I'm happy to take that. I love having a little bit of everything with how involved he was last time. And then if we take a look at his points, they have this as the top play when it's at 13.5, 53.47% odds to hit the over, minus 134. So it looks like Prize Picks is kind of the only one who has it at 14.5 right now. So if by the time you're watching this, the points are back at 13.5 and you want to take that, go for it. Go with your gut. If you don't want to take any of these, just fade them. But we're feeling good about them. Last thing, if you guys want to check out this app Outlier that shows us all of the statistical analysis, it's crucial to what we do as well. And they're giving all of our viewers a 7-day free trial. There's a link in the description of the video. Just click that link and you can try this out free for 7 days. See how you like it. All right, Jordy.
All right. I accidentally switched to myself while you're in the middle of that spiel. About the
awesome.
Yeah.
We're just watching you.
Yep.
Here at the screen.
It was very quick in and out there. But all right. Anyway, let's get into my picks here. So I've got Derrick White's blocks and steals for over 1.5. I'm gonna be going over that one first. But before I get into this, if you guys have never tried Chalkboard, go check it out, man. Like we say it all the time, but it's our favorite platform to play on, and I stand by that. It's a lot of fun. You get so many crazy lines on there, and it's the best when it comes to alt lines. You can adjust any of these lines you want. I could take Andrew Nembhard's points at 10.5 and bump it up to like 11 or 12.5. I think he's gonna have a good game. Or I could bump it down to like 8.5 and just get a lower multiplier on it. So it's a lot of fun. If you guys want to check that out, go use code BACKDOOR at checkout, and they'll match your first deposit up to $100. There's a link in the description for that, and it should auto-populate the code, but just make sure you got the backdoor in there. So yeah. All right. So Derrick White's blocks and steals over 1.5. I love this play. I regretted not taking this play in the last game, and he hit it. He went for 3. So, and the reason I like this play so much is the pace that the Pacers play at, they create mistakes themselves playing so fast. So it's like the blocks and steals. I mean, I think there was like 3 Celtics who went over 1.5 blocks and steals in the last game. Let me pull him up really quick here. I thought I had him pulled up. All right. So his blocks and steals. Derrick White is a hell of a defender. He does this all the time. He's gone over this 6 out of 9 matchups against them. So he matches up very well when it comes to the defensive matchup here. He played great in the last game too. I mean, I don't know how he did scoring wise, but defensively he was all over the place, and that's just kind of how he plays. You can see he's gone over this line 56 out of 84 games on the year. So this isn't just like a fluke play for him. Like, he does this all the time. He went on like a crazy stretch right here. You can see he had like 13 games where he went over this consecutively. So the dude is a monster on defense. Getting the block and the steal at 1.5 is just such a sweet deal that I can't even believe it's out there. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't, he gets so many minutes, and he's such a pivotal defensive player for them. So to me, this makes the most sense out of all of his plays, and Daily Grind does agree You've got his blocks and steals as the top play for his over. The fantasy score under is super juiced if you guys want that, but like we're talking about how good of a defender this guy is, so I can't take that fantasy score under, knowing that he could put up 15 points and get 3 blocks and steals. He would crush that line, so I just can't do it. But the blocks and steals look so good. It's a minus 133, 52.94% chance to go over, so I'm loving this play. I'm going to be putting this in a whole bunch of slips tonight, so Derrick White, please do not let me down tonight. Kind of rhymed, but yeah. So my next play is going to be Andrew Nembhard's points over 10.5. I think this one's pretty no-brainer, to be honest. You know, it's obviously a risk because it's the Boston Celtics we're playing against here, but his points just look fantastic. So for his first quarter points on underdog, I mean, it's such a good play. He's gone over it 5 out of 8 head-to-heads, 15 out of his last 20. So that play I feel very comfortable with. I think he'll get 1 bucket at least. But over the last 20 games, he's gone over this 11 out of his last 20, 4 out of his last 5, 8 out of his last 10. He's gone over it in only 3 out of 8 of the head-to-heads, but in the 2 most recent matchups where he's been getting his starting minutes now, he's gone over this twice. He's gone for 15 and 12. So, you know, he's playing pretty good ball. You know, throughout the regular season, I was sprinkling this guy in when Halliburton was injured, you know, for that little period of time. And I was saying then, I was like, this guy looks like he's easily a starter. And now he is. So I'm happy to see that for him. The dude is a baller. I love watching him play. He's just a super smart player, too, for, you know, being a younger guy. So loving this play at 10.5. I think it's a pretty decent play. You know, he's a great mid-range shooter too, so that's always nice. We don't have to like rely on him getting threes, even though he is shooting 60% from the 3-point line, which is fantastic. And he's shooting 57% from the floor in general. So I think he's going to be able to hit this no problem, as long as they don't get blown out or something crazy. I mean, it's the Celtics. We know how hot they can get. It's just a little, you know, dicey whenever you're playing the Celtics. So obviously, they're a great defensive team, too. But he shot 10 attempts in the last game and made 5. So he shot 50%, you know, knocking down 2 threes as well. So, you know, I don't think he'll be able to have a, you know, worse performance than that. I could be wrong. He could go 1 for 9. You just never know how it goes. But I think he can hit this 10.5 line, you know, if everything goes well. His points are juiced on daily grind as well. 53.02% chance and a minus 131 across the board. So I'm all over this play as well. And that's the 2 I've got for you guys.
All right, guys. While we were finishing up there, underdog bumped Toppin up to 9, and I locked it in again because you saw we were comfortable taking it at 9 on Prize Picks. We're comfortable taking it on underdog, so I locked that in. So keep an eye on those lines. I'm still comfortable with it. If you guys want to check out our Discord, we're having a blast in here. It's just a really awesome community. I've been getting up early. Our guys, I mean, Console, one of our analysts, been getting in there at like 5:30 in the morning looking for plays. I'm like, dude, that's a little earlier than I'm getting up, but it's nice that it's pretty much active around the clock between esports and baseball. We're just covering everything. So we have a blast in here. If you guys want to come check this out, there's a link in the description of the video. We've been getting on a little bit of a heater these last few days. Excited to keep it rolling, and we have a blast during the game. We hop in community chat and we all chat during the games and build out second half slips on Prize Picks. So yeah, come join us. We have a lot of fun here. Really killer community, good vibes. You know, we're not like super strict, but the same vibes on our channel. We keep those same vibes in Discord. We don't tolerate, you know, anyone being a-holes or whatever you want to call it. But anyways, come join us. Go through that link in Patreon. Once you sign up through Patreon, make sure you connect Discord. It's in settings. Just go into your Patreon settings and just put connect Discord, and then it'll just let you right into our Discord. And then hop in community chat. Let us know you're new. We'll kind of show you around, show you the way we do things. But we're posting plays all the time in here. You can see Jordy just added some plays. Everybody's in here just adding plays all morning. So a lot of value to be had. And again, if you guys want to try this out free for 6 months, go over to We Got Gravy. And the video's dropped, I'm pretty sure. You'll see us on the cover. It says like Backyard Cookout. And if you go to that video and you are subscribed to the We Got Gravy channel, When you like and comment on the video, we're going to randomly select someone that meets all that criteria, and they're going to get 6 months free in our Discord. And I believe that covers everything. We're partnered up with Sleeper as well. We're going to be dropping some Sleeper and Chalkboard videos in the near future. If you guys want to sign up for Sleeper too, they have some killer lines as well. It's kind of similar to Chalkboard. Chalkboard's still the best in the business, in my opinion, but you can get a deposit match up to $100 on Sleeper. Just use code BACKDOORFS. So same as all of our others, just code BACKDOOR, but you got to add the FS on the end for Sleeper, and they will give you a deposit match up to $100. So I think that covers it, covers everything. We hope you guys have a great day and enjoy this game tonight. If you're a part of our Discord, we'll see you here in just a little bit, and we'll be in there for the games tonight. But have a great day, guys, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Good luck, guys.